Hey guys, so I am back with an updated video about my home search. When I say it's so much to fill you guys in on, I couldn't keep up. I couldn't keep up because life has been lifing, okay? Just happening. So, a week, maybe it probably wasn't even a week, but it was a few days after I made the last video, and my cat wants to be like right here moving my hand while I'm trying to hold this phone. But anyways, it was a few days after I recorded the original video about like forget this home search stuff. I'm over it. It's not panning out well. I came across this home, right? The inside looked just like the pictures. Cause when I tell you, oh, they be catfishing with these pictures online. I'm serious. So found a beautiful home, fully updated. The only issue I had was that dang, it's like 3 houses from a major street in the city that I live in. Neighborhood is beautiful, but that major street doesn't have the best reputation. But the neighborhood is beautiful, if that makes any sense. It was like I could see an AutoZone when I first walk outside the door. But stuff like that. And the kitchen, it didn't have a dishwasher and it needs more counter space. Everything else was good. Basement looked good. Bathrooms renovated. Like it was a nice freaking house. So later that day, my realtor calls me. She's like, hey, so did you like want to make an offer on that home? Woo, woo, woo. Because, they have another offer, but they're not sure if they're going to accept that offer. But, realtors say that junk, I'm sure, all the time. But still, when I say I prayed about this, I prayed about it. I talked to like one of my closest friends about it. All this other stuff. I'm like, dog, like I'm nervous, blah, blah, blah. But the house is beautiful. Like I'm, just trying to get other insight. Also, I know a lot of people might not agree with this, but I have a spiritual guide. So every blue moon, I get a reading done. I have one set person. I get a reading like, hey, what is the universe saying about this? Is this the right time? Things of that nature, right? She came back and was like, girl, put an offer in on that house. Woo, woo, woo. All this other stuff. Like, this is the house for you. Girl, this is the house for you right now. And it's a beautiful, she was like, put an offer in. And this before she even seen the home. Like, before I even showed her picture. She's like, oh, yeah, no. Because I literally went to her like, hey, there's this home. It's not the right time. Woo, woo, woo. Because now I'm starting to get a little antsy. She came back. Everything the universe said was like, nah, this is what it is. And everything has literally been falling into place. Everything. When I feel like it's a little hiccup, it's corrected. Within 24 hours, it's corrected. I'm like, God dang. Like it was, hold on, I'm gonna get to some other stuff in a minute. Hold on. All right. So it was the next day. On my way to work, I got a phone call. Like, hey, they accepted your offer. Woo, woo, woo. Congratulations. Like, what? Are you serious? And I was excited yet numb at the same time because it was disbelief in a sense. I can't say I didn't know how to feel because I was excited, but at the same time, I was numb. Like, is this happening? And then stuff's happening. Like, all right, we got to set up the inspection. Okay. All right, the appraisal. Whoa, whoa. Oh, okay. That's cool. So just different things. First off, buying a home, this is my first home. It was way more than I expected it to be, if that makes any sense. It's like some things you don't know how it's gonna go until you go through it. So it was a lot of things I didn't know. It's like, how much are inspections? Okay. I know I had to pay for the appraisal. All right, I got to do this wire transfer. I got to at least put 1% down. Okay, after the inspections, can they fix X, Y, and Z? You know what I'm saying? All this stuff, not necessarily in order, but as it's just popping in my head. So it was a lot of things I was just learning over time. And even, I had talked to one of my friends, like, hey, like, you recently went through this. Even though the friend told me, like, oh, I was just signing the paperwork. He got lucky. Because what the fuck? When I say I'm over here fine tooth comb, like, okay, hey, I called my mortgage broker so many times. What does this mean? Okay, can you break this down a little more? Whoop, whoop, whoop. And I promise you, I felt like I was getting on his nerves. He's like, no, you're not getting on my nerves. You're fine. Because it has to make sense to me. So today, I am going with my mom, actually. Like, at first, I wasn't going to tell her anything. I was just going to show up. Hey, so guess what I got? I got a house. But going through the process alone, I didn't like it. So even though my mom is like nervous for me to get a home right now, she respects it. She supports my decision. And I really wanted her to, like, hey, I do a walkthrough today. Before the final walkthrough, I want you to come with me. He said, cool. So that's in about 30 minutes. So I am going to do the walkthrough with the home. I'm supposed to close next week on the home. I'm nervous. I am terrified. I am absolutely terrified, and I don't know why. Because when I say God has been showing out, the universe has been showing out and have given me so many signs like, yo, this is it. Today is closing day. I was supposed to close this morning at 11 a.m., but it got pushed back to 4:30 because there was some issues with the numbers. Pretty much, it's Tuesday, the day right after Labor Day, and yeah, they had to figure some numbers and stuff out. Whatever. As long as the numbers are right, we good. I did my final walkthrough this AM with my mom and my stepdad. That was pretty cool. Surprisingly, he didn't find any real issues. It was the things he found were minor things that I can get fixed ASAP, no big deal. And I am excited. So it is 1:38. I'm about to chill. Because even with doing a final walkthrough at 10 a.m. this morning, I've been up since 5 a.m. I guess just subconsciously excited and nervous, all of that stuff. So I am tired. So now that the bulk of everything is finished, I can just relax until it's time for me to head and sign that paperwork.